Hi, welcome to my latest video. Today I'm just going to do a quick short video on how to reassemble the rear handbrake shoes on a Freelander 2. So I've just changed this whole hub assembly. You don't need to do that as part of the handbrake shoe change, but I'm now rebuilding this and I'm about to fit the shoes back on. These are used shoes. They were on my car previously, but they were put on about a year ago, so they're good enough to refit. Now, putting these handbrake shoes back on can be really fiddly if you've never done it before, and I've heard of people just sort of giving up and ending up driving to the local garage with no handbrake or something to get someone to do it for them. When I did my brake upgrade video, I included the rebuild of these, and I noticed in the video analytics that in the middle of the hour-long video there was a real spike where everybody was watching about 5 minutes in the middle of the video, and it was the bit where I reassembled the handbrake shoes. So I thought, seeing as I'm doing this again today as part of my wheel bearing change video, I will do a separate video showing how to do this. So you have this adjuster, and this goes on the end of the handbrake cable. If you're changing the cable, it can be a little bit difficult to extract the cable out of the back, so you really need to just get some pipe grips like this and work the plastic kind of cup on the back, which sits in. It's got some barbs on it usually. It locks it in. If you really can't remove that, because it is difficult to remove, then you'll have no choice but to just cut the cable, push the remains out frontwards, or just rip it out, pull out this bit and rip the cup off and replace the whole cable. Okay, so the cable's about £25, Euro car parts sell it. I'm reusing the old cable here because it's fine, it's perfectly good to reuse, and I also don't want to have to remove my tank guard and everything else to run a new cable. So I've refitted this hub assembly here with the back plate and pulled the sort of ferrule, I think it's called, or whatever this bit is called, on the end, and we shall refit this kind of mechanism here. Now these things have a habit of seizing up and rusting. You can buy new ones. It's always a good idea to just give them a bit of a spray with some spray grease, not too much because it's going to get on the shoes if you're not careful, but something like WD-40 is not really suitable because this is all going to get very hot, and a volatile kind of oil like that is just going to vaporize off. So something like a copper grease, anti-seize, put it into this joint here, make sure that moves nice and freely. You also have these pins, so this one here you can put in from the back. The one at the bottom you can't remove unless the back plate is taken off. Okay, so if you are changing the back plate, remember to put that pin in first. I'm now going to fit the shoes here. Now you'll notice there is a wide slot here and a narrow one. The wide one goes on the adjuster, which is to the back of the car. The narrow one goes onto that mechanism there. There are some springs as well which hold the shoes together. So the spring that's at this end, at the front of the car, towards the front of the car, that goes in from behind, and that is the thicker spring. The thinner spring goes on from the outside. Okay, so what you need to do is start off with this end assembled. Okay, so you need this adjuster here, put the spring between the two shoes, locate the bottom piece, the bottom groove there, because that's more difficult to get in, and then the top piece, what you have to do is just lever the shoe over this piece here, and you've then got the cable, the mechanism and the spring at that end. This end here has nothing. Okay, then what we need to do is attach the adjuster, put that in between the shoes and the spring. Okay, there we go. So both shoes now, both springs and the mechanism. Now for the fun part. If you thought that was difficult enough, we're about to do the clips. Okay, so these pins, there's one in the bottom there, and that has to go through a hole at the bottom of the shoe. There's a hole like this one. And the same with the top one. Find the hole, stick it through. Now, I recommend doing the top one first, it's just easier to get to. Okay, so now that that pin is in there loosely, what we need to do is prevent it from moving backwards by just putting something behind it, like a flat blade screwdriver, just like that. And then the trick with these clips is to take the clip and compress it as hard as you can with some pliers. Do the top first, get it in, okay, and that's in. I don't think it matters which way you go. I'm filming from that direction, so I've pushed the clip in from that direction. That's the top one. Now we'll do the bottom to lay down for this. Same trick as before. Something up behind it. Clip. Compress it. There we go. And that one's in. Okay, that is it. Handbrake shoes fitted. I'm going to now refit the disc, and then I will adjust this adjuster here. Just make sure that that is definitely free to move. Yes, it is. I hope that video was useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.